Welcome back, everybody. This is Kon Heads again. We're going to do a fast one about adaptations, what animes we'd like into live action, or if we... Vice versa, like Carlos said. And here with me today is...
Carlos.
Thomas.
Jackson.
And this is Jared, of course. And we're just going to dive right into this. Who wants to go first?
Alright, I'll do this. Okay, guys. I've been a big fan of the Blizzard series, and I love one of my all-time favorite games is StarCraft. Though I also think that a Warcraft series, both of these as animes, would be frickin' sweet.
I'm gonna have to severely agree with that.
World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft has amazing lore. Same thing with StarCraft.
Yeah.
The lore. I can't wait till the next game comes out. By the way, but anyway.
Yeah.
Or the next part for StarCraft too.
Yeah.
So like 10 years down the road.
I'll give
God,
you that.
don't joke like that.
Don't. Yeah.
Things just got serious.
Hell, even Diablo would make an amazing actually, they did kind of make an animated series, kind of. It was just like little shorts for the game and like advertisement, but...
And I would say that, except I've never actually played Diablo 1. And so, like, Diablo 2 and Diablo 3, both incredible games, but I've never played Diablo 1, so...
One set up the story, it set up the world, it was really good. I mean...
Yeah.
It had Deckard Cain, that's all you need. And then they killed him.
And on the flip side, hold on. Inuyasha has a live action. Do it! Bam! Do it! 2015!
Who would you get to play Inuyasha?
Oh, dude.
Johnny Youngboy.
I don't even know or
Actually,
care.
I can see him doing that. He looks young enough.
I don't even know or care.
Hey.
If they pulled it off right, it would be
Ryan Reynolds.
Cool.
Dude.
Carlos.
That is now a
I
thing.
feel like we're in sync, man. Perfect.
Dude, I bet he would do it, too.
Starting a campaign for Ryan Reynolds to be Inuyasha.
I will be head of that flagship.
Thomas, here's an idea for us. A Hitchhiker's Guide anime.
Oh my god!
That would be
Epic.
Jared, how random that is.
I got so happy.
Yeah, Thomas is shuddering.
Because it's so random, anime can just take that and just make it crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
And they should do it in a way that everyone, like all directors, have a chance at it. So
It's
like
so freaking colorful and random, and
I mean,
it would fit perfectly.
It's like
as
Space
an
Lady,
anime.
but it could be better.
Yes.
it could go so many directions yet still fit. I love that.
that'd be awesome.
I got excited.
Who would you get to play Arthur Dent?
Ooh, oh my god.
Robert Downey Jr.
Actually,
As a voice actor?
that wouldn't be bad as a voice actor.
as a voice actor.
That would
That
be
would
pretty
actually be
good.
pretty good. Either that or Ford Prefect, because he could do that too.
No idea, guys. That's
Ford
hard for
Prefect.
me to figure
Yes,
out.
Ford,
Yeah.
his friend.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That would work.
I always thought that'd be a good
Oh
anime.
my god, I got really excited.
If people are listening, make this happen.
Make this happen.
If people
Please.
matter. I doubt it.
Oh,
If people
voices
matter.
will be heard.
All right, Carlos, what about you?
Well, you already took the Warcraft idea. Thanks for that.
Sorry, man. We were talking about it earlier. It's perfect.
I know there are a bunch of animes that I'd like to see turned into live action and done right.
Unlike
Tell us
Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball
Tell us one of them.
Evolution, I can just list off a few things that was definitely done completely wrong, written completely wrong.
I
They
think you
just
mean the whole movie.
the Dragon Ball Evolution.
I've actually
the last Airbender.
wiped my ass with that DVD case.
Do you,
I am happy to say that because that is what it deserved.
do you remember when it was coming out and you get little pieces of information that they were going to do? And each time you're like, why are they doing that? That's the stupidest thing I ever heard in my life.
Oh.
Same thing with Last Airbender. Like, you gotta understand, I love Avatar. It is one of my favorite
That is
series.
a good
Last
series.
Airbender?
The Last Airbender.
Okay,
is-
Last Airbender, not James Cameron's Avatar.
No, yeah, correct. The Last Airbender, the Nickelodeon animation.
That was
American
amazing.
animation is not an anime, though they did borrow Japanese.
Yeah.
Like Boondocks.
Yeah, they borrowed, yes, the art style, but it's not technically an anime. But still absolutely amazing, incredibly good. The story, everything. They screwed it in the
Are
movie,
you crying, Jackson?
Yes.
it was bad. It just well, here was their first mess up. They got fucking
The child actors.
yes, no name child actors that were really bad. Nobody apparently knew any of the characters' names. They didn't even bother watching the series like the first episode. They would have known like tons more than they did.
So bad.
Do you remember when they announced on the Dragon Ball Z Evolution the news that Shenron was gonna be like tiny instead of like enveloping the sky? He's
Guys-
like a tiny dragon.
Guys, when I first, like, the idea of Dragon Ball Evolution, like, it made me so happy as a kid. To see
And
what I
then-
got, to see the actual result.
Jackson, do you
I have thrown up, and it was funner, alright? Throwing up is funner than watching that crap.
Jackson,
More
do you,
fun.
do you remember the
Yeah,
Kamehameha
more fun.
blast?
Actually, for Dragon Ball Z, I would say
dear sweet God.
Dragon Ball Z Evolution.
The
It was
Kamehameha
funnerest.
fun.
It was funnerest.
Funnerist. That's a new word.
It was funnerest.
Patented.
Taking that.
Do you remember the Kamehameha blast in that?
I tried not
Dude,
to.
shut up, Jag.
Where you
Go!
just fly
Talk
through-
someone else. Talk someone else. I
Thomas,
can't.
do you
I
get?
can't.
Do you,
Okay, quick story about the Dragon Ball Z Evolution that will make you laugh and kind of cry. Okay,
Oh, boy.
I'm the only one out of the Kon Heads that did not grow up with Dragon Ball Z.
And he has suffered
Tragic.
greatly for it.
Yeah, and my first real introduction to Dragon Ball Z Evolution, or sorry, Dragon Ball Z, was Dragon Ball Z Evolution. My best friend took me to go see this because he didn't know. He thought it was going to be like the anime because he watched it. And I walked out of that theater. I was like 14. I was like, dude, this is a heaping pile of shit. Did you even like this show? He was like, that's nothing like the show. I'm like, whatever, that's bullshit. And until later on, I realized it's fucking amazing, except for, they fucked up on Dragon Ball Z Evolution.
They fucked up so bad.
Like I said, I was so excited about it, and I just left the theater in nearly tears. I'm thinking about it to this day.
Don't cry, Jackson.
I didn't go to the theaters because I had already seen enough through the trailers. I
Yeah.
didn't bother.
thought you would be the
Avatar
tough-
was, on the other hand, I was optimistic. I was blinding myself.
Yeah, me
The
too.
trailers are kind of cool.
The trailers were fun. They never mentioned his name or how they were going to
Wait a
say
minute.
it.
To be fair, the special effects in that movie are freaking ridiculous. You gotta admit, they're pretty good.
They're okay, but see the problem
Everything else in
is
that movie sucks.
that it was just. I'm sorry. It
Well,
was just horrible.
Thomas, is there anything you want adapted?
Yes, actually, my favorite poet is Edgar Allan Poe, and some of his best works I think could be awesome in anime form.
Especially if the Death Note people did one of
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
and like multiple studios could do it, like the people from Attack on Titan, the people
Same
who do.
people.
yeah.
Was it
Same
Attack on
people,
Titan?
yeah, it's the
Oh,
same
it's-
people.
yeah, same people.
Same
That would be
people.
awesome. Now, well, they kind of get that though. I mean,
Yeah.
that kind of dark style, but really good storytelling.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
If they did the Telltale Heart, I mean, that would
Even
be
the
awesome.
people that did,
Raven.
oh, dude,
Raven.
that would be awesome. Even the people who did Magical Monica would do.
They would do.
Oh hell yeah! With the art style.
They could do the.
Boy, that'd be tough, man.
They could do the Mask of Red Death. That would be really
Oh,
good.
yeah.
That or the what's the one with the heartbeat?
That's the Telltale
Telltale Heart.
Telltale
Yeah.
Heart, yeah. That's my favorite.
They would do
one.
that,
That
one
one's
perfectly.
just-
Even if they did like
so
some of like the
twisted and
poems, like the
awesome.
Golden Bells or anything else like that, or maybe even it'd be kind of cool if they could kind of add this into it, but maybe like an H.P. Lovecraft thing too.
Mm.
Those would be awesome in anime form. That's like the small Cthulhu stories.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
Cthulhu and
Was there
anime
ever a
form.
pretty lighthearted Edgar Allan Poe
Be
story?
Awesome.
Trying to think.
I
Honestly,
can't
I
remember.
think
It's been a
yours
long
are
time
the
since I read all his
I
stuff.
know. I need to
Warcraft
reread.
is.
I need to
Oh,
reread.
yeah.
I'll time
They
for
have
one.
them as mangas, so the art styles there.
What is?
Warcraft is a manga.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
They have them in manga.
It's just got such a ridiculously amazing lore.
yes.
And StarCraft, like, Thomas, you would love StarCraft. It's all about diplomatic stuff, and it's all good.
Dude,
It
Warcraft,
goes so far
Carlos.
beyond that too.
yeah, it's
'Cause that's-
so deep. It's good.
have you read the Zelda manga?
I have no.
I bought those for my brother on Christmas. They are so good.
You
Really?
bought them for your brother.
I did.
Oh, you know,
He's got to be exposed to greatness.
Greatness.
got so you can create it.
But in the
I saw you
manga
reading them.
version, They actually show the origin for Majora.
Really?
They show who carved it, and they show like
serious?
the spirit that's inside it.
And now
Yeah.
Jackson's gonna be breaking the house to find out.
And what's cool is like the guy who did like carved it and like defeated the spirit and like put in the mask. He looks exactly like the fierce deity.
Really?
Yeah,
No way.
All right, thank you, Jared.
You're kidding.
but I thought that was pretty awesome.
Huh. See, the problem with that is how canon is it, though?
And he even says it's not that canon.
Yeah, I mean, it's his own take on it. But
Yeah, I mean, it was the guy who made Majora's Mask or like did the story,
yeah.
but he's even saying like you don't have to take this canon.
Yeah, that I wouldn't figure because Nintendo has the rights
Yeah.
on what's canon and not. And they've already released a...
What about like
Thing.
any Legends of Zelda? I mean, like to be like a serious anime, not like the Nintendo.
Twilight.
I think
Not
Zelda.
like the really, really bad.
Yeah, like the
Bad.
1980s cartoon thing. I mean, like a serious anime, like to do that.
like the CDI games.
Yeah. Which one would you
dear
want the
God.
most in anime?
Is which Zelda?
Twilight Princess, is that what you said?
I said Twilight.
Princess.
Majora's Mask. has
Or
the
even Wind
big-
Waker.
Yeah.
I think
Majora's
Majora's
Mask.
Mask has the most amazing story for it, and plus it wraps up nicely. With all the others, they kind of leave it way too open. With Majora's Mask, it kind of wraps it up just
Yeah.
beautifully. So I think it would transition really well.
I think Majora's Mask could honestly be Elfin Lightish
Yeah.
in terms of like.
Or
that'd be
even
cool.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
or even Studio Ghibli could do a good version of that.
Studio
That-
Ghibli
No,
can
they
do
could do.
anything to
uh,
make it amazing.
What do you call it? What's the main one on Nintendo 64?
Ocarina.
That's it. Yeah.
It's not the main one, but it's the counterpart.
Yeah.
It was the
I
first.
think they could do a really good one of that one.
Yeah.
Ocarina of Time was really good,
It was.
but like I said, that one also was a little too open.
Well, I know, but I mean, with Studio Ghibli though, they could take it somewhere.
Oh yeah, but see, they don't really make animes; they make movies.
Right.
Yeah. But
That's-
you wouldn't. That'd be cool too. Just an anime movie of Ocarina or something.
Think they could fit it all in there? I mean,
Probably
Ocarina
not.
is a large
it's really big.
story. Yeah,
And Majora's Mask, it's way more just dark and creepy. They make it way. In terms of what anime tries to do most of the time, I think it worked out.
if they made it, they would have like Ocarina as the regular anime, and then Majora's Mask would be the deconstruction of that,
Yeah.
basically.
I don't know.
Jackson, you got any more adaptations that you'd like to see?
How about Star Wars?
They've done that. It's been a
Yeah.
manga.
It's been a manga. It's been a 3D.
But
Action,
that one
it's
thing
been-
about that is that I love Star Wars how it is. I kind of wouldn't want it as an anime.
Would you say that the best adaptation, like cartoon-wise, would probably be Star Wars Clone Wars, the first
Yeah.
miniseries, like the 10
That was the
minute segments?
closest thing to an anime, Star Wars.
Because it was basically Samurai Jack.
Yeah.
And that was like, to me, that was like the best adaptation of Star Wars.
That was amazing.
Samurai Jack live action.
They're trying to do
That'd
that.
be cool.
Holy
Are you
crap.
serious?
Yeah, they've been trying to do that for years.
That'd be
They
really
just
cool.
can never greenlight it.
That would be amazing.
Last time I
that
heard,
would be my childhood real life.
last time I heard they were actually gonna go ahead with it, but they've always changed their minds.
I
so.
have one more adaptation I want to be into live action, and I think you guys know.
Gundam.
Gundams.
That's another thing they've tried to do.
I
That
know!
was really cool.
the closest you've gotten was
Pacific Rim. Okay, and Jared, how amazingly
Oh, it was
happy.
like being with a child.
I was so happy. I was like,
Mac!
no, that's
Dude,
not
when the sword came out, he was like, he was so happy.
my arms were like flailing, and like Damien was sitting right beside me. He was like, "This cracker's weird." I was just going like, "This is so cool!"
Do you guys?
Oh my god!
Here's some old like.
I have no control anymore. So bodily functions don't
Stop slapping me, Thomas.
I can't.
Do you guys remember these old like news stories? The first one was Robotech. Do you remember when they were
Yes.
kind of
I love
with
it.
Tobey Maguire as the main
Yeah, I
character?
remember that.
Do you remember that?
Well, I was going like, why is Spider-Man in Robotech?
And then on like I think it was Nintendo Power when they're like a Dragon Ball Z movie before Evolution, and they're like The Rock as Cell. Do you remember that?
I remember. Yeah, they used to like list like just random actors that would be
Yeah.
good for it. Dude, they were gonna get like they said like
Who'd you get?
Leonardo DiCaprio as freaking Trunks.
Oh,
I think they said
I could see that as like
They
younger
said some. They
DiCaprio.
said. Well, it was years ago. This was back when I was almost in junior high when they said.
Well, no, I can see
DiCaprio.
DiCaprio being like a younger Trunks when he was younger.
I don't know. Do you think they should even try Dragon Ball Z again?
I don't
Yes.
think so.
But I think that with the right guy, with the right cast and stuff,
I think
Dragon Ball Z could absolutely blow people's
you think that
minds.
it could if they freaking got the director to not be M. Night Shyamalan. If they
You know-
kill M. Night Shyamalan before they start creating the movie, he doesn't even have to be anywhere near the movie, but they just have to kill him to make sure
Do
it.
you know?
You know who would be a good director for that?
The Marvel
Edgar
guy.
Wright.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually,
Edgar
I think
Wright would
he'd
be an
good-
awesome director for that.
And for my hopeful, maybe God, I hope so. They ever make
Whoever
a
directs it, they
Gundam
would,
movie.
They would.
Well,
did it.
I think the guy who directed the GI Joe, the new one,
Yeah.
Retribution, I think he'd do a pretty good job. I thought he did a good job because he's enough of a nerd that
What's a good who does good like political thrillers?
political thrillers.
Yeah.
Mm,
Because it would kind of have to be like that with some like action thrown in, some like Michael Bay.
well, I would say it's kind of a weird fit, but Robert Redford. He is a really good director. He just doesn't always pick the best movies.
Carlos, did you hear the news that Megan Fox wants to be Sailor Moon?
Oh my god.
That was actually what I was thinking.
Wait, Sailor Moon's
adaptation-wise.
gonna have a live action?
No, she said she wants to make one.
I'd be alright.
Hey, I mean, I was thinking that whenever we were like coming back, I was like Sailor Moon as a.
Well, okay,
live
let's be
action.
honest here.
I wouldn't-
Megan
I wouldn't
Fox
watch
is
it for the-
not a great actress.
And she's
No.
and she's trashy.
She
Sailor Moon
just-
is not trashy.
I wouldn't be watching this for the story.
Let me put it
told-
this way. If anything, I could see her as the Sailor Mars.
That's what I said. I told Joseph she'd have to be Sailor Mars.
Yeah.
She's still too trashy, guys.
Well,
So is Mars.
Mars was, yeah.
Guys!
Guys,
I would have.
There would have to be transform.
there'd be babushkas.
They would have to transform though.
Do you know who would be
Oh, yeah.
pretty good Sailor Moon?
Dude, yes.
Kristen Bell.
They'd have to.
No,
they'd have to
no.
transform. No edits.
Yeah.
No.
No,
No.
censor.
No censor.
no.
Nothing. Just.
Yeah, this is rated R, all this shit right now. Spit naked as fast as you can. Okay.
Yes.
Is there-
And then every man would go see that.
Hell yeah.
Is there an
Yeah,
actress you think
crazy
could be
ratings.
Sailor Moon?
Wow, that's a good question. I just okay. What I know
No.
of Sailor Moon is making fun of it a lot.
The
Yeah.
problem is yeah, if they
I don't
made it,
even-
I think it would just end up being a parody because of how ridiculous the anime
That's what I
is.
told
Yeah.
Joseph. There would have to be an even mix of serious and
Like, who would be
non-serious.
their masked like evil guy? You know, like I forgot his name.
Tuxedo.
Tuxedo Mask
could
yeah.
be in it. Who could be Tuxedo Mask?
Ryan
Like
Reynolds.
Robert Downey Jr.
Ryan Reynolds,
Yes.
Robert Downey Jr.
Hey Ryan, if you're listening, we
Love
need you
you,
to do
buddy.
some animes.
We need you to do some animes, but
Trust me, you'll kill it. You'll kill it.
Try the Deadpool thing again, but don't leave as
Yeah.
soon as
And
you
don't
You
show
write it.
your mouth. God, don't do that.
Yeah, no.
You would have to write it, Ryan.
Dude,
Ryan,
he would
love
have
you.
been the perfect
Ryan, we love you.
Deadpool if they didn't freaking scrub Deadpool as a
He was a perfect Wade Wilson.
exactly.
Yeah, why sew his mouth? I hate
They-
that.
They're like, you know the
pissed
best
me
thing about
off.
Deadpool? Let's sew it shut.
Yeah, let's,
the dialogue.
Yeah.
Yeah, his dialogue, his fourth wall breaking, and that's like his special ability.
That's his power. That's like one
power.
of
Breaking the fourth wall. It's like
he's talking to God, I guess, or something. Whoever's watching him.
My favorite Deadpool scene is when he's like piloting this air, or he's not piloting. He has the two pilots in front of him, and he's like, "Okay, just fly casual." They're going up to an enemy base. He was like, "It's a Star Wars reference, get it?" And he was like, "Actually, I like one of the pilots goes, actually, I like the first three, the prequel trilogy, And Hayden Christensen is such a great actor." And like Deadpool looks at him and goes like, BAM! Kills him. His brains are all over the console. And he like looks at the other part and goes like, "Say Jar Jar Binks is an abomination. Say it!"
what I liked in Ultimate Alliance, in one of the little storyline or like conversations, they're like, so what's it like living with Deadpool, his like roommate? And he's like, he stabbed me in the leg for eating the last Cheeto. I was like, that's awesome.
pretty much explains Deadpool.
Oh, that's so
He
good.
stabbed me in the leg for eating the last Cheeto.
Guys, Trigun,
Oh, that
as
would
a
be
live
good.
adaptation. I mean, some would Cowboy Bebop, so would or a lot
But
of really
once
good
again,
ones. I don't
if
know.
they did it right, this is all going off of the if they did it right.
Yeah.
You would have to have a director that is so like stick to what you saw
Source
in anime
material.
and manga, like
For
no
Well,
creativity.
This,
Like, it would-
the problem being is that most of them won't because
Yeah.
they believe it won't sell. They've got to cut all this stuff out to make it
Westernized. So
westernized and just what they think or what Hollywood believes will sell.
Yeah.
the
And
thing is, if you stick to the source material, it's gonna sell.
they
You
don't
would
believe
think.
that.
Yeah, they don't
They,
think
they
that.
don't
Yeah.
believe that
because Trigun, just some of the scenes of Trigun, if you were to turn it into like real like live cast or whatever, holy crap, it would be awesome.
I was thinking like Cowboy Bebop. You know,
That's one last note I want to finish on. Cowboy Bebop. We all wanted a
Okay,
live action
who would
Cowboy
wanna
Bebop.
be your, who would be your Spike Spiegel?
Bradley Cooper.
Okay, you, Jackson,
Come back to me.
Carlos.
I can't answer that.
For me, it'd be Jeremy Raymer.
I
Really?
can't think of a
I
single
think he'd be
person.
pretty good.
I can't think of a single person that could.
Young
play
Keanu
Keanu.
Reeves.
Well, that's a given.
Yeah.
I don't.
No.
I
Yes.
No.
His
No,
acting ability,
His,
come on.
yeah, his ability to act and
But
deliver.
You're
would
gonna
be
make
too-
one of the greatest anime characters of all time because of his personality, and you're gonna give it to Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves.
What about him?
It's Keanu Reeves.
He's aware of who he is.
I know.
Yeah, he pulled off
That's
the
his
Matrix and he
problem.
didn't need to act. As Spike, you gotta deliver as Spike.
Well, then give us an actor, Jackson.
I don't know, because I don't want to ruin
We've
Spike.
given you 3.
You've given me Keanu Reeves. You
No,
don't
but
have
I
to
think
count.
the one actor that now acts I think Bradley Cooper, because he's got that kind of demeanor. He's kind of goofy, but still kind of suave at the same time, which you need to have.
You might, maybe, no, I was going to say Christian Bale, but I don't know.
Nah, he's too
X-Men guy.
aggressive.
Who's the X-Men guy?
Hugh Jackman?
Hugh
Yeah.
Jackman.
Possibly.
He's a little too big.
He's really.
If he toned it down, if he slimmed up, you don't think maybe?
Maybe.
Because sometimes he's a total baddie as Wolverine.
The thing is,
But let me put it this way: he
I-
also
I-
didn't fit the part of Wolverine because he's way too effing tall. But
Yeah,
that
that's
makes-
what I didn't like about him
He-
as Wolverine.
Wolverine is a short person.
But-
Tom Cruise.
but I have no,
Bam.
I have no problem with Hugh Jackman. As well.
I like Wolverine short and hairy, like the cartoon.
Follow your nose.
He likes Wolverine like he likes his men. All right,
Yeah.
short and hairy.
There
Mm.
you go.
That's what I mean.
Wink, wink, Carlos.
That's why me and you get along, man. But anyways,
And one quick thing: who
Oh,
would play
Spike.
Faye?
Oh, Faye, Olivia Wilde.
Yeah.
I got one for y'all.
Hmm.
Who can be Ein?
I
Exactly.
I don't know,
How do you replace Ein?
get one of Queen Queen Elizabeth's dogs to be Ein.
Okay,
Right.
It would not be good enough.
Carlos.
Who would be Ed?
Just some butt.
Damn it! Yeah, Ed would be probably one of the
Hardest
hardest
to cast,
roles
What's
to
that
cast.
girl from Kick-Ass and
She's a little too old now.
Yeah, she's like 16, 17.
You have to be
now.
such a spaz, though. You have to be such a spaz to be Ed.
We've talked about this for a few hours, me, Joseph, and Thomas. Who would play
Jet Black?
Jet Black?
That guy
Bruce
from
Willis.
Sit down.
The guy from
Laying.
the guy from
Sit.
Pacific Rim.
Pacific Rim.
Yeah, the big black guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he'd be a good job. It's either that or kind of The Rock, but I'm not quite sure.
It's too goofy.
He could, yeah, that is.
That's the thing is that I think he'd do a pretty good job, but not as good a job as that guy.
Carlos, do you have anyone in mind?
Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes is not big enough.
Wesley Snipes
Or cool enough.
doesn't exist anymore.
How dare you?
I'm pretty sure he's dead or something.
Oh.
No, he's out of
Yeah.
jail.
He's out of jail.
Oh, he is?
He's in Expendables 3.
Oh,
He's coming back.
I wonder what happened to him.
He's coming back.
Oh,
You're right there, Trude?
Yes. You know who could play Spike? Nicolas Cage.
Yes! I would love that! God, that would be the best thing ever.
the problem with Nicolas Cage is... The biggest problem with Nicolas Cage is Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage?
He's amazing, he's terrible. He's amazing, he's terrible. He's everything in between.
Oh, God.
Well,
He's either the greatest actor you've ever seen or the
I
worst.
just want to die.
And that's his biggest
I
problem.
just want to die.
Oh,
I thought.
okay, guys, we're gonna wrap this one up. That was just some opinions we had for
Guys,
adaptations.
please throw some opinions at us.
We would love some opinions on that.
Who do you think would be a better Spike Spiegel?
What would be a good anime? What would be a good movie? Yeah.
Great anime adaptation, of anything live action or vice versa.
Yeah.
Something that could be.
It's been very fun, I know that.
Well, this is Kon Heads, and this was Jared.
I'm Jackson.
Carlos.
And Thomas.
Thanks for listening.